the reason behind Caryn Chandler's arrest today. Hi there, everybody. Greetings from the channel again. You're going to have a crazy day if you enjoy Little People, Big World. We're delving into a topic that has been simmering behind the scenes of one of the most adored families on reality TV. It's a story of lofty aspirations, broken hearts, and an unexpected turn of events that nobody anticipated. The patriarch of the Roloff family, Matt Roloff, sold his brand new Oregon home for an astounding $1.5 million, as well as the shocking announcement of Caryn Chandler's arrest and his formal split from her. This isn't another update on a celebrity. It's an emotional roller coaster with unforeseen twists that will make you re-evaluate all of your preconceived notions about the Roloffs. Let's get started, so grab a snack and click the subscribe button. Let's establish the scene. Since the premiere of Little People, Big World on TLC in 2006, Matt Roloff has become a household celebrity. For almost 20 years, we have seen. He manages the expansive 109-acre Roloff Farms in Helvetia, Oregon, raises 4 children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, and navigates life as a small person. The farm serves as more than just a stage. It is almost a character in and of itself. The Roloff tale has revolved on spectacular builds, family get-togethers, and pumpkin season. The man with enormous ideas and even bigger goals, Matt, has always been the visionary. However, Matt's relationship with the farm has become more complex over time. Returning to He stunned people in May 2022 when he declared that a sizable portion of the property will be for sale. We're talking about 16 acres, which includes the famous Roloff family home where Amy brought up the children. $4 million is the asking price. Supporters were split. Some viewed it as a new beginning, while others saw it as Matt cashing out. In a surprising change of events, however, Matt decided to make it a short-term rental and took it off the market. Matt's classic move, huh? We're always kept in suspense. Let's go ahead to 2025. Matt had been giving everything he had. Onto a new endeavor, a farm-style bespoke home. This was no ordinary home. It was the house of his dreams. Imagine this. Wide open areas, a streamlined kitchen, and a porch with a view of Oregon's rolling hills characterize this contemporary single-story home that was designed to meet his needs as a little person. With his youngest son, Jacob, who had returned to the farm life after years of avoiding the spotlight, he had been working on it. They were planning layouts and hammering nails together. It was an unbroken moment of father-son bonding. From a sentimental film. Matt also didn't hide his vision. Heath stated in interviews that this property was intended to be his permanent residence, where he and his fiancée, Caryn Chandler, could start a family. Since they started dating in 2017, this house was meant to be their haven, a new beginning away from the craziness of TV cameras and family drama. According to sources, the projected cost of construction, including the bespoke features and great farming position, was approximately $1.2 million. It was an act of devotion, an emblem of Matt's next book. Suddenly, however, the for sale sign appeared. Matt listed this stunning new home for $1.5 million in the beginning of 2025. You read correctly. $1.5 million. Compared to what he invested, that is a nice profit. However, the move left everyone perplexed. Why would Matt decide to sell his ideal house as soon as it was completed? Was it a change of heart or a financial decision? Fans began speculating on social media as the rumor mill began to spin. According to one ex-post, Matt's the sale signaled the end of an era and the start of a much larger story. One person said, "I wish I could buy that property. $1.5 million is a steal." Another remarked, "Sell the new house already. Something's up at Roloff Farms." We must discuss Matt and Caryn in order to comprehend what transpired next. Their romance began in 2017, a few years after Matt and Amy Roloff's divorce was finalized. After 27 years of marriage, Amy and Matt's, the 2016 split was a catastrophe. Imagine property disputes, resentment, and a lot of stress captured on camera. And now for Caryn Chandler. The world of Roloffs was nothing new to her. She has been the farm manager for years, assisting Matt in managing the pumpkin season and maintaining the smooth operation of the firm. Their business relationship gradually evolved into a personal one, and by 2017, they were formally a couple. Matt and Caryn were a welcome change for fans. She made his life more enjoyable and seemed to understand him, his strange and ferocious nature. Together, they take trips, work on farm projects, and post adorable photos to Instagram. Matt proposed to Caryn in April 2023, and she accepted. It was a huge engagement. They began preparing for a 2024 wedding, and Matt even made her a personalized ring. We saw them thinking about their future on the show, with Caryn raving about how they would be able to start a life together in the new house. But there were fissures developing behind the scenes. By mid-2025, rumors of trouble began to circulate. Emerging. Caryn remained in Oregon, but Matt was spending more time in Arizona, where he had purchased a vacation house years before. The dynamics of the family did not assist. Matt's children had a difficult past with Caryn, particularly Zach. Caryn was frequently caught in the middle of arguments between Matt and Zach and his wife Tori on the future of the farm. Despite having a long relationship with the Roloff clan, several admirers theorized that she felt alienated from them. Then the bombshell came in July 2025. Caryn and Matt posted a joint Instagram statement. After giving it some thought, Caryn and I have made the decision to split up and call it quits on our engagement. This is the best course of action for us right now, and life is a continuous journey. We still get along well and cherish the times we've spent together. The post was courteous, well-written, and, to be honest, very ambiguous. It's a clean break with no salacious revelations or finger-pointing, but the timing seems off. Only a few months had passed since Matt listed the house they were to share. The fans were blown away. Caryn and Matt parted ways. I believed. They were playing the game. An ex-user wrote. Someone else added their voice. This comes after the house sale. What's happening to Matt? Theories were flying everywhere. Some cited the drama on the farm. Caryn could no longer want to be in the middle after Matt's plan to sell off parts of Roloff Farms generated conflict with his children. Others questioned whether Matt's escapes from Arizona meant he was completely avoiding Oregon and Caryn. When the truth was revealed, the official split created a gap in the little people, big world. This story became even stranger just when we thought it couldn't get much stranger. The Roloff fandom was completely upended by news that surfaced in late 2025. Caryn Chandler was in custody. Yes, you heard correctly. Matt Roloff's quiet farm manager fiancée, Caryn, was unexpectedly embroiled in a legal quagmire. At first, there weren't many details, but the headlines were screaming drama. In Oregon, Caryn Chandler was arrested. The ex-fiancée of Little People, Big World is in hot water. Fans asked a ton of questions on social media. What took place? Was Matt involved in this? How did everything go so wrong? Let's put this together now. Family law issues are nothing new to Caryn. When her son, Caryn Chandler, was jailed for harassment in Santa Barbara, California, in January 2020, it made headlines. Caryn faced accusations that kept him in the news for a while, and court documents revealed that it was a complicated affair involving an argument with an ex-girlfriend. Although Caryn didn't discuss it in public, others said that she was heartbroken, attempting to maintain her own life while providing for her son. It appears that those old wounds may have reopened in 2025. It was Caryn who was handcuffed this time. Here's what we know, or what the rumors swirled around. Insiders close to the family claim that shortly after the breakup became public, Caryn was arrested in Oregon. Although the allegations are initially unclear, there is conjecture that they have something to do with her son's prior issues. Theoretically, Caryn received entangled in a Caryn-related legal battle. Perhaps she was drawn into some financial ramifications from his past problems, or attempted to get involved in a new case. According to another juicy tale, it was an isolated incident that might have been connected to a house sale, or even conflicts over the land. Imagine this. Caryn gets into a furious argument because she is stressed out by the separation and the turmoil in her life. Perhaps it's with a business partner, a neighbor, or someone connected to the Roloff industry. The situation worsens. The cops are summoned, and, abruptly, she finds herself in the rear of a police vehicle. Former residents' posts suggest a scene close to Roloff Farms, but no official police reports have been made public as of yet, at least not that we've seen. Saw cop cars by the farm last week. What's happening with Caryn? One user remarked, while another claimed to have heard that she had been detained over a property dispute. Crazy. Fans who had viewed Caryn as the steady, composed figure in Matt's turbulent life were taken aback by the arrest. This was not the kind of headline she made. Or so we considered. Reactions came in as word got out. Others were less forgiving, arguing that Caryn's been through enough. Give her a break. This comes after the separation. She's falling apart. The story is still developing in the absence of a word from Caryn or her team. However, one thing is evident. This phase of her life is not at all what she and Matt had imagined. What is the connection between these three shocking events? The arrest, the breakup, and the house sale. Come on, let's play detective for a moment. The first was the sale of the house in early 2025. Matt lists the house he built for himself and Caryn, which is worth $1.5 million. Just that sparked curiosity. Why abandon a location you've just completed? The separation then occurs a few months later. With no real reason, Matt and Caryn announce their separation, citing a mutual decision. The final straw that sends everything into disarray is Caryn's arrest. This is a potential timeline. Lately, Matt and Caryn begin to experience difficult times. 2024. Perhaps it's family strife, the stress of wedding preparation, or Matt's developing bond with Arizona. Once a representation of their future, the mansion now serves as a source of conflict. Do they remain in Oregon? By choosing to sell, Matt is indicating that he is prepared to move on both literally and symbolically. Caryn accepts the divorce but finds it difficult to adjust because she was caught off guard or upset. Then something puts her in legal hot water, whether it's her son's problems or a personal error, and the entire saga blows up. Or perhaps it's easier. For financial concerns, Matt decides to sell the house. Caryn's incarceration is just unfortunate timing for the years-long separation. In any case, the consequences have been severe. Caryn is keeping quiet and coping with whatever comes next, while Matt has withdrew to Arizona and posted cryptic Instagram comments about fresh starts. Along with Roloff Farms. Although it remains intact, it seems as though the family's heart has been auctioned off piece by piece. And that leads us to today. The $1.5 million sale of Matt Roloff's home. The Little People, Big World has been completely upended by his separation from Caryn Chandler and her arrest. It's a tale of sorrow, love, and ambition. A reminder that real-life drama is inevitable, even for reality TV stars. As fans, we're curious about Matt's future. Will he eventually settle down, or will he continue to pursue other endeavors? And will Caryn recover from this, or permanently leave the spotlight? We'll be watching for any new information. Additionally, you must too. As well. If you're as stunned as we are, hit the like button. Share your theories in the comments section. Additional updates. Why did Matt Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, and his fiancée Caryn Chandler end their turbulent 2-year engagement? Who is currently in charge of Roloff Farm is revealed by Matt Roloff. Additionally, Caryn Chandler discusses her relationship with Amy Roloff, Matt Roloff's ex-wife. I'll tell you all about it. Why did Matt Roloff, star of Little People, Big Worlds, and his fiancée Caryn Chandler end their relationship? Following a turbulent 2-year engagement? Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff and his longtime wife Caryn Chandler have officially announced their separation after 8 years of together. The split takes place just over a year after the TLC series last season debuted in February 2024. After Chandler started working on Roloff Farms, they became buddies. After dating for 6 years, their friendship eventually developed into a romantic relationship in 2017, and they got engaged in 2023 with plans to tie the knot. In 2024. But the wedding never took place. The pair continued to postpone wedding plans because they believed that unresolved family difficulties would negatively affect their future together. On July 22nd, Roloff announced the split with Chandler on Instagram. He thanked supporters for their continued support and emphasized that they still hold each other in high regard and that the decision was made amicably. He was grateful for all of their wonderful memories together. Despite Matt Roloff ended the message with a hopeful statement, saying that he was choosing to look ahead and move on with positivity and trust, without going into any detail about the reasons behind the choice to part ways. Subliminal clues that the couple's relationship was struggling have been present, nevertheless. Although Roloff claimed that the breakup was a mutual decision, new information suggests that it wasn't. According to the U.S. Sun, someone close to the Roloffs revealed that Chandler was the primary decision-maker who went. The family was completely unprepared for the split. The farm was added. In the months before to their breakup, Roloff and Chandler appeared to be happy. Matt Roloff posted photos of them enjoying themselves at a concert on Instagram even more recently, in April. Even those closest to them are finding it difficult to comprehend how things went so wrong so quickly after the sudden split. Maybe part of the solution is the weight of the relationship for years. Fans have speculated that Roloff and Chandler had worked at Roloff Farms for a long time before becoming Roloff's partner. Thus they began dating when Roloff was still married to Amy Merrick. Merrick herself asserted in her memoir, A Little Me, that Roloff and Chandler were romantically involved during their marriage. Furthermore, these concerns are only strengthened by the haste with which Roloff and Chandler's relationship was legally disclosed after the divorce. That criticism persisted. Chandler was referred to as a homewrecker, and the pair continued to be the focus of ongoing research and speculation. Maybe that residual strain finally caught up with them. Roloff informed Chandler that they were engaged and that their 2024 wedding would be a small but elegant Hawaiian affair. But such plans were quickly put on hold so that Ralph could focus on caring for his aging mother. As time passed, the wedding was still delayed, and their plans were still unclear. For the big day, the two had quite different plans because the season 25 Little People, Big World's ending was made public. Chandler said she wanted a small private wedding, but Roloff nonchalantly said, maybe, suggesting he was leaning toward a larger event with extended relatives and friends. Deeper disagreements arose on the proper degree of family participation. Chandler was still at odds with Roloff's extended family even after that brief encounter. Roloff has 4 kids with his ex-wife and is good friends with Merrick with her recent spouse. His relationship with Chandler has often been strained as a result of this proximity. In an April 2024 episode of Little People, Big World, Chandler stated that it had not been easy to mix families and that she had worked hard to set limits in second relationships. Nevertheless, those boundaries were regularly tested. Matt Roloff also intended to have the wedding at Roloff Farms, the place where he had wed his ex-wife, as she believed it to be overly anchored. Chandler has already dismissed the idea. Rather than bringing back ancient traditions, her goal was to create new ones. The emotional strain of Roloff's family history may have ultimately caused the relationship to fail. Little People Big World's Matt Roloff isn't afraid to stand by his followers. His most recent arguments are peppered with fresh details concerning Roloff Farm. Small People. In response to fan inquiries, Big World star Matt Roloff recently disclosed who currently oversees Roloff Farm. Queries and remarks. Over the years, the Roloff family's property has been a major source of conflict. In his scene from Little People, Matt was seated with his fiancée, Caryn Chandler. Big World's current season 25 discusses how, in the event that Matt died, Amy would get the land rather than Caryn or one of their children. Caryn acknowledged that she is not interested in working alone. The Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff is told by a fan to let one of his sons to continue running the farm. Roloff goes on to describe the present Roloff Farm management. The Roloff Farm Big House will be available for short-term rentals in the summer and fall of 2024, Matt recently announced on Instagram. The Instagram post's comment section was where admirers of Little People Big World posted their opinions. One of these supporters, Allie Thompson, believes that Matt should let one of his kids to continue the farm because the money was not worth it. Matt replied after acknowledging the Instagram user's comment that Jacob Roloff has significantly more authority over the entire farm than any of the other children. The last part of that sentence received criticism because it seemed to be a mockery of his other children. The Little People Big World actor came under fire for judging your children's deservingness, particularly when all of his children could see what he said. Matt was outraged by the remarks and made fun of the Instagram user, saying that many people are too naive or blind. Matt responds to his followers consistently. remarks on social media despite whatever criticism he receives. He didn't just reply to that one Instagram user in the comment section, of course. The house would be perfect for Matt's small children, Francis Martin said. So it should go to his son, Zach Roloff. However, the patriarch Roloff says it won't happen. Zach is content at Battleground, Washington, and staying in Oregon would be unjust to his family's other children. But Matt didn't stop there. Cinderella chastised him for hurting his kids and splitting the family over the land. In order for the family to start healing, they persuaded Matt to acknowledge his wrongdoing. Matt says the Instagram user should consider Molly and Jacob's feelings because he wasn't paying much attention. The Little People, Big World star said that Annette's covert claim that Matt rejected two of his children's offers to purchase the house at fair market value was just untrue and inquired as to where they obtained the incorrect information. Details. The problems at Roloff Farm never end for the Little People, Big World star. Amy will inherit the property following Matt's death, according to Matt's statements on his reality show. The goal was to prevent conflict between Matt and Amy's children over the farm. It appears from the comments Matt has been receiving on Instagram that he is always being pressured to give it to one of his children. The dispute will persist for some time even after Matt makes an attempt to make clear who is currently managing the farm and who will inherit it. Caryn Chandler talks about her relationship with Amy Roloff, Matt Roloff's ex-wife. The Little People, Big World actress Caryn Chandler revealed that she was seeing Amy Roloff, who was formerly married to her fiancé Matt Roloff. I've always found Amy funny, and I like her, and we kind of laugh at each other because we're about the same age and we both have occasional forgetfulness and possibly clumsiness, Caryn, 56, stated in a confessional on Tuesday, April 9th. Husband. Caryn further stated that she and Amy, 61, had known the true love patriarch for ages after clarifying that she and Matt, 62, are not yet married. She went on to say that no matter what, Amy and I will always share Matt. Anything negative, positive, etc. Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob are the four grown children of Amy and Matt, who were wed in 1987. In 2015, the former couple made their divorce public. Matt started dating Caryn in 2017. Chris Merrick captured Amy's heart in the interim, and in 2021, the two got married. Caryn received a lot of acclaim for Amy, but the mother of the Roloff family had previously said that, even though she appreciated working with her ex-fiancé, she did not enjoy planning a silent auction for the Dwarf Athletic Association of America. As Amy admitted in a confessional, "It is still a little hard for me to see Caryn, not that everything that transpired and the situation between Matt and me don't still have an impact on me because they will. Till the day I die, keep doing this." 1 week prior to the fundraiser, witnesses saw Matt, Caryn, Amy, and Chris, 61, get together to talk about their plans. Matt and Caryn decided to put Amy in charge during the planning phase. At the time, he saw that Amy is a little disorganized, whereas Caryn is very list-driven and always drafting a list. "I believe we play a supporting role because we know our lane. She is to blame." In the meantime, everyone was contributing to the celebration. Amy concurred. The four-time mother went on to say, He is also getting a whole barn ready to make this event possible. Fans may not have come up with a few more than I was hoping, but they are bringing in individuals in reference to Matt and Caryn, and that is equally important. They are likely drawing far more people than we are, but we are bringing in more auction items as a result. After watching sequences in Little People, Big World where Amy Roloff's former spouse assisted in setting up her, Chris Murray and Matt Roloff became close at the wedding venue. In 2021, TLC fans became so enthralled with the two men's developing romance that they demanded a spin-off about them. But viewers appeared to have completely changed their minds about it. After viewing a sneak peek of this week's Little People, critics had their say. After the wedding, viewers of Big World pointed out that Amy had been complaining about Chris spending nearly every season with Matt, even though he likes to spend time with Amy's. The LPBW patriarch seems hesitant to spend time with his former partner. As TLC viewers are aware, it truly frightens Amy. Moreover, removing the women from their affiliation on a regular basis during the pumpkin season would seem strange. On the farm, Chris Murick was at work. Furthermore, these disclosures imply that Matt Roof intends to leave the property to Amy upon his death. Some fans might have questioned the friendship between the two guys as a result of that. Does Chris hope the friendship will be amicable and mutually advantageous partnership? Maybe asking such a question encourages fans to stab each other. Amy and her husband talked about how she seemed a little more at ease with the bromance after this week's Platform X teaser. But in classic Amy form, she said that she swallowed it to convey her dissatisfaction. Chris said in jest that his wife had strangled it. Most of the comments seemed to be directed at Chris. Do you believe the idea of a bromance between Matt and TLC viewers appeals to them? Are Kai's Merrick and Roloff disgusting? Do you think it's awful that Amy Roloff's husband is spending time with her ex? What if it is implied that Chris only wants a share of Matt's farming profits? Please share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel to receive future updates of similar kind. Thank you.